My name is Jaden McGowan. I'll be performing a ash experiment today. Here are my participants. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. For this experiment, I'll be asking y'all to match the lines. We have A, B, and C. Here's the line that y'all be matching to. Okay. Participant number 1. What line do you think matches this? A. Participant number 1, which line do you think matches this one?
C.
Okay. She said C. So, participant number 2, which line do you think matches?
C.
She said C. Participant number 3, which line do you think matches?
C.
Participant number 4, which line do you think matches this?
C.
Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Jaden McGowan again. For round 2, I changed the lines. So we'll be asking our participants the answers for these.
It's not focusing.
Okay. Participant number 1, which line do you think matches?
A.
Participant number 2, which line do you think matches this?
A.
Participant number 3, which line do you think matches?
A.
Participant number 4, which line do you think matches this?
A.
Thank you. You got it wrong. Okay, this is round 3. I will be asking participants for their opinion on this. Participant number 1, which line do you think matches?
B.
Participant number 2, which line do you think matches?
B.
Participant number 3, which line do you think matches?
B.
Participant number 4, which line do you think matches?
B.
Thank you, sir.
Damn.
Just about him.
Okay, participant number 4, he repeated all the answers that participant number 1, 2, and 3 said. Because like he's the youngest and they're older, so he probably felt like what they said was more right. So, yeah.
I peer pressure just a little.
So he was sort of easily peer pressure or didn't have as much confidence to look and see which answer was actually right or wrong. Okay, my name is Jaden McGowan. I will be explaining more information from the ash experiment and who he was and what was the experiment about. So I'm reading from my essay too also. So the original ash experiment was one of the most popular experiments in the history of social psychology. The ash experiment was an example of socialism. It was also known and first heard about in the 1950s, being conducted by someone named Solomon Asch. This experiment was to test the knowledge of participants and how they would be influenced by the paid actors. It examined if the volunteer would stick to their own points or if they would copy or follow the first 3 participants or whoever was before them. So the volunteer in the video seemed to be confused when first hearing the wrong answers. He stated the first answer, which was correct. The second time around, he was not confident. He went to the group and decided to state the wrong answer. His confidence level got shot down because he didn't want to pick a different answer from the first few people, which is, it could have been correct or incorrect, but he still chose to copy them. The volunteer would rather be incorrect as a group rather than be incorrected by himself or herself or as a single person. Social psychology is a way of psychology that deals with social interaction. It is the study of a person's mind and behavior with other people. It's also associated with people, your personalities, interpersonal relationships in a group, behavior toward each other, and outside of themselves. All humans have done some type of social interaction. No matter the age range, this could have taken place anywhere, whether it was at home, at work, at school, at the park, even at a restaurant. It can be done anywhere that you communicate with someone, another type of social psychology that many people don't realize is a part of obedience. Obedience is a compliance to a figure of authority in fear of punishment or any disapproval. People over 30 can be anywhere from family members, school administrators, and even your friends. When researching social psychology, psychologists specifically look at the relationship between authority figures and other people. Stopping at a red light and children walking behind their parents in a store is examples of authority. Authority and not want to disappoint your peers have a big effect on people because it could lead to people copying how another person dresses, their opinions and actions to avoid embarrassment or being looked at different. This may also affect your self-concept and how you feel about yourself. Confidence plays a major role in peer pressure. In other videos, true volunteers are at the end of the line purposely to see if they're going to abide by the group or if they're going to take the risk of being an outsider. If it means being right, some people were forced by the group to answer wrongly. And other confidently went against the group. Some people are harder to pressure and influence than others. Those who are easy tend to not believe in themselves, whereas those who are not tend to be highly confident throughout most of all of their actions. They don't try to follow anyone and or do what anyone else might want to do, especially if he knows it's wrong. Peer pressure is not always bad though. Some can have positive effects. For example, if it's a group playing a competitive game such as soccer or basketball, the players can see the court or a field better than you can. They tend to yell out loud, some answer that can lead to you to scoring points for your team. Though in these situations, confidence might not always be a good thing. If they are yelling left is open and you go right, the chances of you making it are very slim to nothing. Throughout researching this whole experiment, I have gathered so much information about myself and for future reference. The way one social interaction can affect me forever, and I never realized the difference between good and bad confidence. Good and bad peer pressure is so important to me now more than ever. I can now stand firmly on what I believe in, whether others like it or not. The Ash experiment will always cross my mind when I am left to make my own experience. I will continue to be a yes in a room of no's because they might not always be right. Solomon Asch was a Polish psychologist and pioneer in social psychology. He was also born in Poland, Warsaw, on September 14th, 1907, to a Polish Jewish family. He grew up in a small town of Lowick in central Poland. In 1920, Ash immigrated at age 13 with his family to the United States. They lived on the Lower East Side of New York, a dense area of many Jewish, Italian, and Irish immigrants. His friends called him Slang. Ash was shy when he moved to the United States and did not speak English fluently due to being brought up in Poland. He went to the neighborhood public school PS 147 to attend 6th grade. As a result of language barrier, Ash had a very difficult time understanding in class. He learned English by reading Charles Dickens. Ash later attended Towson Harris High School, a very selective high school attached to the City College of New York. After high school, he attended the City College of New York, majoring in both literature and science. He became interested in psychology towards the end of his undergraduate career after reading the work of William James and philosophers. In 1928, he was 21 years old. He received his Bachelor's of Science. Ash went on to pursue his graduate degree at Columbia University. He initially was interested in another major that he didn't like, but he chose psychology. With the help of Gardner Murphy and his siblings, he gained a summer fellowship and investigated how children became members of their culture. He was most known of the ash experiment, which is in a video that I did earlier in the video. So yeah.